The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Pannell Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Rob Ullery, my co-host. Great to have you hosting.
It's great to be here.
You do such a great job. And, you know, we got another Rob on the show. He's Robbie Graham. He's the head coach at GRC, George Rogers Clark County, as I call it back in my day,
That's
over
right.
in Winchester. They've got an outstanding girls basketball team.
He's been a great coach throughout the years, favorites for the 10th region, just perennial powers in that 10th region.
A powerhouse. And, of course, Robbie was a good player himself out of Fleming County. He went on to star at Vanderbilt University.
That's
so
right.
What a player he is. Our features on Devin Neal, the young man from Douglas High School. He really turned the game around against Owensboro.
He's a game changer.
He's a game changer. We'll have a feature on him. And our scholar athletes. Did you happen to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
I did. I've watched it for years and years and was excited.
Did you happen to see the Madison Central Marching Band?
The Madison Central Marching Band did an outstanding job.
They stole the show.
They did.
They were outstanding.
It's a great experience for those young ladies and men.
Robbie Jaggy is in. He is going to tell us about those outstanding student athletes there at Madison Central. And Sutherland Chevrolet, they always keep us driving down there to 27.
Right there in Nicholasville.
That's right there in Nicholasville. And our Pannell Swim Shop swimmers, they're from Boyle County. We just had the football team on last week from Boyle County. And now these Rebels, they all swim.
Lots of great student athletes at that school.
And what we're going to talk about on the UK Sports Medicine Center?
We're going to talk about being the state title sponsor for state football this weekend.
This weekend, I'll be calling play-by-play my 25th football state championship.
Silver anniversary.
It's a silver anniversary. I'm looking forward to all those state championships. My first game will be Friday, though. It's supposed to be raining pretty nasty. Paintsville and Pikeville.
Paintsville and Pikeville. I'm looking forward to it.
We know what everybody wants. They want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky, Rob.
Best highlights.
We got them right here. Brought to you by Prep Spin. It's called Game Time with Brian Milam and Alex Walker.
All right, welcome into another high school game time. Lee K. Howard, Brian Milam. We kick things off with the final weekend, Brian, of the high school football season.
I know, I can't believe it. This is not good. The 3A state finals, a meeting between the state's two winningest high school football coaches ever. Belfry's Philip Haywood, Bell County's Dudley Hilton. Haywood is 6-6 in state championship games, all with Belfry, while Hilton 3-0, 2 titles with the Bobcats and 1 in 97 with Bourbon County. First trip to the state championship for Bell County since 2008. It's Belfry who gets on the board first, doing what they always do. Isaac Dixon, a 30-yard touchdown run, makes it 7-0 in the opening quarter. This is the first time Bell County has trailed all year. Now it's 7-6 in the second. Dixon again. Wait for him, and there he goes. 69 yards. That is 14-6 Pond Creek Nation. But the Bobcats would have an answer. Hunter Bailey from 5 yards out. It is 14-12. At halftime, it's 17-12. Same score in the fourth. Dixon one more time. I'm going to give you the stat of the year, folks.
Give it to us.
7 Belfry championship wins. 2,614 yards rushing. 14 yards passing. They do it again tonight. 30-20, state title number 7 for Philip Haywood.
And welcome back in. We want to thank Roberts Insurance. They're out of Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, just from down the road here, Winchester, George Rogers Clark, or as I like to refer to you guys, Clark County High School in the studio. Thank you all for coming in. We really appreciate you taking out your time, your busy week, and joining us on the show. Let's get that out of the way at first.
Yes, thanks for having us. We enjoy coming. Thank you.
Coach, you were a former standout at Fleming County and at Vanderbilt University. What is it you like most about this particular team?
Well, we're very cohesive. I mean, they get along very well, and it's fun locker room. They're fun kids to be around, and just the closeness of our group, I think, will help us be very successful this year.
Yep.
Coach, tell us about who you brought with you.
I have senior Shelby Wilson, guard, and I have a wing, Tyra Flowers, a freshman.
Well, let's start with you, Shelby, since Coach, and we want to mention that Miss Igo was sick and unable to make the show tonight.
Yes,
so.
Kenny's not feeling well tonight, and that's why she's not here. And send our prayers to her. Thank you.
What has the preseason looked like, and who has stood out to you throughout the preseason?
Preseason, I think we've done pretty good. We still have a lot to work on to help us in the postseason, and the people who stood out to me is Bree and Trinity Gay. They have helped us scoring and also on the defensive end.
Have you played a regular season game yet? I think
yes, we played our first one yesterday.
And you won that game?
Yeah, we beat Mercer County last night.
Okay, yeah, good Mercer County team. Congrats for that, by the way.
Tyra, what translates well from your game to the practice floor and beyond?
I think that I'm very competitive, and I think our whole team is very competitive in practices, and I think it helps us push to get better, and it translates on the floor.
Shelby, what would you say is your strength as a basketball player? Is it handling the ball, scoring the ball, playing deep? What's your strength as
I would
a player?
say mine is more playing defense. I mean, I do have to work on my handling and scoring, but defense is my strongest suit.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, tell us about your district and your region this year.
Well, we're in the 40th district. It's Bourbon County, Paris, Montgomery County, and us. So we have a new coach at Montgomery County, and then we Paris and Bourbon County have experienced coaches and experienced teams. So it'll be a tough district, and our region is the 10th region, or Campbell County, Scott High, Bishop Brossart, Mason County. So we have a very, very strong region, which I think is one of the strongest in the state.
And you've got a team that's been to the state tournament, so you got a lot of experience there playing in the state tournament, and they moved that to Rupp Arena. So it was up at Northern Kentucky University.
Yeah, it was at Northern Kentucky a few years back. Last year being at Rupp Arena was a good experience, and we've 3 in a row for us, and hoping for number 4 this year.
Coach Graham, we really appreciate you coming in. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck this season, young ladies. I know you do a good job there, okay? Thank you. Those are the Clark County Cardinals here on the show. And now we're going to this feature. It's on Devin Neal. He's a young man out of Frederick Douglass High School, and you won't want to miss it.
Way back in August, Trinity put a beat down on Douglass in a preseason scrimmage, and ever since, the Broncos have been on a mission.
It feels great, proving the doubters wrong. After our first scrimmage against Trinity, it was a big loss, and people counted us out before the season started, and now we're proving everybody wrong.
As the calendar flips to December, only 12 teams remain, and Douglass is one of them. On Friday night, the Broncos beat Owensboro to advance to their first ever state championship game.
It was honestly legendary. I'll say that. It's unbelievable, yeah. It's really special. I'll always remember this, no matter what.
The final score was 28-17, and Devin Neal accounted for half of those points for the Broncos. The first touchdown came on a brilliant fake in the first quarter, a 60-yard touchdown for the future Cincinnati Bearcat.
He's the best player in the state, and there's so many teams out there that are missing the boat on him. He's the best player in the state, and he showed it tonight.
The second house call came on special teams. With Neal backpedaling, the senior broke some ankles, turned on the Jets, and put Douglass up 14-0 with a 63-yard touchdown.
Our offense did some things when they had to, and number 5, again, put us on his back, and the big play. Special teams and defense, that's how you win championship games, and we're able to do that tonight, man.
Now, only one thing stands in the way between Douglass and a perfect 15-0 record. Unbeaten Covington Catholic Saturday in the 5A title game. In Lexington, Alex Walker, WKYT.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. And from Madison Central, the marching band, you guys were in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Everybody in the country was watching you guys. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And you guys got some great questions. Go ahead.
Director, tell us about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
It was incredible. I kind of explained it that there were 3 million people on the parade route, which is half the population of the state of Kentucky on the route itself.
Not to mention all the people watching.
Oh, absolutely. It's just indescribable, honestly. Nothing like it in my whole career.
Yeah, it was,
Mr. Jaggy, who did you bring with you today?
I brought Lauren Creech, color guard captain, Grace Hatton, drum major, and Kyle Miller as section leader.
So, Lauren, can you tell us, how did you deal with those nerves leading up to the parade?
Well, we all just have to take deep breaths and just hype each other up, and we just go out there and put confidence and like do our thing.
Grace, what leadership skills has Field Commander taught you?
Being Field Commander has taught me to just stay calm even when stuff goes crazy. Like at Moorhead, the lights went out, and so we all had to stay really calm and make sure the kids were ready for whatever happened.
I hate when the lights go out, especially when you're a marching band.
Kyle, with a 4.2 GPA, how do you find time to stay dedicated in the classroom and in the band?
It just takes a lot of like focusing and managing your time, making sure that as soon as you get home, you're working on stuff and spending. And sometimes you have to take time for yourself, but it's a lot about like making time for band and then also your academics.
It's all what it's important to you, and obviously the band and academics are important to you, and that's why you have maintained a 4.2 grade point average. That's great.
Lauren, what role does color guard play in the Macy's Day Parade?
Well, we kind of like bring the performance to life, and we just like bring everything to life, and it's like really cool.
Grace, can you tell us what got you interested in this band in the first place?
Well, I moved here from West Virginia 4 years ago, and my dad really stressed the importance of finding a family as soon as I went into high school, and so band has become my family.
Kyle, you've been in the program for 6 years. What has been your favorite experience?
My favorite experience probably was my very first year marching. It was my sister's also senior year marching. And when we went out there and actually won states, that was just so insane to me.
I don't know if you noticed, but the performance was right there, and that was fantastic. You guys were outstanding, and we want to present you with this plaque from Crown Trophy. If you take those over there, they'll all three of you will get one. They'll personalize those for you. And Mr. Jaggett, always great to have you on the show.
Yeah,
I know you've been on with
here.
us before, and you have a terrific band there and terrific young ladies and men there at Madison Central.
Well, thank you.
That's the Madison Central Marching Band. They were in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Now your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Pikeville's Cody Raines hurdles a defender and somehow is able to stay on his feet. But, of course, leaping over a player is not allowed in Kentucky high school football. So it winds up being a 15-yard penalty, but you can't take away the beauty of the play. As Raines gets past the defender, what a play that was. That is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Back to our panel swim shop segment. Tom Viney, Davis Brown, and boy, we got some great swimmers and divers on the show.
Oh, absolutely. We always love having the team from Boyle County come in. They have a great team. These three girls are no exception. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about these girls and what makes having this leadership on the team so special.
So we have Christine, Eve, and Sophie with us today. So we have two swimmers and a diver, and Sophie just sort of does double duty and swims and dives. But they've all started their sophomore year, and they've been on the team for 3 years now, have done a great job. They're very energetic, cheering on their teammates, and that's something that we had been lacking a little bit with, and as our team has grown, I think these girls have really leaded in that aspect of making sure everybody's cheered for, whether it's during the races or just being positive role models.
I can tell that they're energetic from the conversation we had before the taping.
So you guys are about halfway through the year so far. What are your all's future goals for the rest of the season heading into state?
So I hope to be in the top 16 at regions, and hopefully our girls team will do really well in place.
Yes, hopefully we win regions like with the girls and everything, and I can make it to the second day of regions.
So I'd really like to win girls and combined for regionals, and then also to qualify for state for diving.
That's right. Well, you guys got a great region. So far, things are going really well for the team. But swimming and academics are a really hard balance. How do you guys manage that, and what are your plans for after graduation?
So balancing it is actually kind of difficult, but I've learned that throughout the years with swim to grow my work ethic and to just keep driving through all my studies. And hopefully after graduation, I'll be attending UK, and I want to pursue biology and hopefully Madison.
I just balance it through like putting my priorities straight and which things that are more important to me that I need to get done first, and then going to practice and stuff, and then managing time so I can get like a good night's rest and everything. So.
That's important.
Yeah.
So kind of like what they've said, time management is really, really important, and being organized. And I think having good communication with your teachers is really important too.
You know, Boyle County has an outstanding academic program there at the high school. I have to tell you all, you go to school there.
Yeah.
But everybody comes in on this show over the last 17 years from Boyle County is outstanding. Elizabeth Lyons, intern on the show.
Yeah.
She's president now of her sorority there at Western Kentucky. Great young lady. So we appreciate y'all coming in and joining us on the Pannell swim segment. Really outstanding.
Thank you very much for coming
That's
out.
the Boyle County swim team, and we'll be back with Rob Olery. He's going to keep us in the game from UK Sports Medicine. And welcome back in. Rob Olery is with us from UK Sports Medicine, the title sponsor now for the Commonwealth Gridiron Bowl, the UK Sports Medicine.
Yep.
And, you know, we had some great games Friday, but even more games going on.
You know, Friday is the classic mountain schools. Those four schools, they bring it all the time. The fans come. It's just an awesome experience for them to come up here and play at Kroger Field. And then Saturday is just an amazing day.
Triple header.
Highlighted by Frederick Douglass and Covcath. What a great game.
And don't forget Johnson Central and Boyle County, both 14-0.
Johnson Central, Boyle County. I think that the KHSA has put this together where the two best teams in the state are actually playing each other. And it's a great atmosphere. And it's a great opportunity for these young men.
How long have you guys been working with the KSHA with this?
So we've been working on this ever since they moved the state football championship from Bowling Green to Lexington 3 years ago. It's been my goal for UK Sports Medicine to step up and become title sponsor for that. And I know Commissioner Tackett said when they moved it to Lexington that a Lexington local business is going to have to step up and become title sponsor. So that put the idea in my head that we need to work towards that. And it's taken me 3 years to work towards that, and it's been great. We've got a great, outstanding relationship with the KHSAA, and this just strengthens that bond.
It really does. And, you know, it all started Friday and Saturday. And today, you've got the big 6A matchup with a team, Louisville Male, who's been on our show, and they play Trinity.
Louisville Male, nationally ranked, and Trinity is no slouch.
That's great stuff. I'm glad you're the title sponsor now, not only for the show, but for the UK Sports Medicine.
We're excited to help student athletes.
You really do. And that's Rob Olery with UK Sports Medicine. And now we're going to, there's their website and their phone number. Just give them a call. They got the walk-in clinic. And now we're going to these final highlights, on prepspin.com.
All right, to the 1A championship, it's Paintsville and Pikeville. These two old rivals played earlier this season in Paintsville. Pikeville coming away with the 9-8 win in overtime. Located just 36 miles apart, the two proud programs that have to travel all the way to Lexington to get it on. Pikeville gets the first big break as Paintsville's Jake Hyden. He's going to put the ball on the turf. Look, the ball is loose. Brody Birchfield there to scoop it up. He's got a caravan. Pikeville up 7-0 just like that. There would be a lot more. The Panthers offense gets it on the party. Isaac McNamee finds Jackson Hensley, a big Harvard commit, showing off the speed. He's gone. Pikeville leads 13-0. It just got worse for Paintsville as Pikeville wins their 5th state title, 43-0.
And welcome back. As you know, this show is made by these high school interns from Douglas and LCA, and you guys just make it so much fun. The Herald Leader story will be coming out in the Herald Leader, and you guys did a great job in that as well.
Thank you. Thanks.
You know, we had the football state championships. Douglas played Covenant Catholic. What a good team Covenant Catholic is.
I know.
Both great teams.
They played really good.
Both teams are 14-0, undefeated. Just like the game just prior to that, you had Johnson Central, Boyle County. They both are 14-0. It really is, Grace, like the KHSAA set it up to where the top two teams would be playing.
Yep, that's fair.
That's exactly right. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, Mingy Beef Jerky, Pannell Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.